Well, as more and more apps are developed in the health and wellness field, it can be difficult sometimes to navigate, try and figure out which ones are reliable, which ones actually work. Andrea Holwegner is here to talk about the best apps going forward. You spent a lot of time researching this. It's a great idea because there's just so many out there. How do we know which ones are reliable and which ones we can trust?
Tons,
so
more every day.
Take us through some of your favorites and why.
Sure. And what I did is I put together a list of the top apps that I think would be potentials for people, but I left off the ones that just simply track calories.
Okay.
The majority of health and nutrition apps simply are things that are tracking the numbers aspects of food, and frankly, I'm kind of bored with those, and I think they do serve a place for some people, but they can be a little obsessive, and I'd like people to think about some of the other aspects of wellness other than just how many calories are in foods.
Yeah, you've got a great list. Some of them you were showing me in the break look really neat and easy to use.
You got it.
So take us through a few.
Well, the first one I'm going to bring up is actually called the Eat Tipster, and this is free by Dietitians of Canada. What I like about it is it's a real simple, here's today's tip. It's just going to teach you some aspect around health and wellness.
Okay,
so
and that's
really,
a free app.
Free app. You can just, receive a tip a day. So really great place to go. Second one I'm going to show you is called Eatwise. If I can find it on my screen here. Here it is. And what Eatwise does is you're able to type in any kind of food that you can think of. So let's say you type in an apple. Here's what comes up, a list of things. Okay, well, what does an apple actually have in it? So rather than just the calories in something, you might be interested to see, well, how much fiber is in an apple versus an orange? And you can compare a couple of different things as you're shopping.
Because you're right, calories become an obsession when there's so much other value in food and stuff we need to know and want to know about. No, that's really cool and simple. That one's free as well?
That one is free as well. Another great Dietitians of Canada app, free for anyone to download. Next on the list here, Pepper Plate. Now, this is an interesting one. This is a little bit more of an in-depth program.
Okay.
What you can do here is it's pretty much an app to organize all your recipes, all your menus. They've got kitchen timers, they've got shopping lists, all sorts of things that you can put in there to just keep yourself very organized when it comes to meal planning.
And this one's free as well?
This one is free as well.
That's pretty sophisticated for a free app.
It's a pretty cool one.
The next one, I believe, is it your favorite, your next one?
This is my favorite app of all time that gets tons of use in my house. I'm a huge fan of how to cook everything.
Okay.
Simply put, how to cook everything. The cookbook itself is this massive, huge thing that sits in my kitchen, but I love the app for a few reasons. For example, yesterday I had zucchini in my house, so you can just type in any kind of food you can think of, just search for it, and it's going to show you a list of different recipes that are going to incorporate that item in your refrigerator drawer that needs to be used.
And along the side, which I think is a really nice touch, it shows how many people, I guess, have used it, liked it, and they review it?
You got it. So here's the one that we chose to make last night, Eggplant Parmigiana. It had 200 votes, so I figured it was a good pick. And it gives you the ingredients. It also gives you some nice variations. You can add in your own little typed-in notes.
Oh, cool.
You can
fairly
also put
easy
it in
to use.
favorites.
Yeah, it's not too dramatic. It's not too complicated.
It's super great for any kind of cook, whether you're just starting out and you want to learn how to chop the perfect onion, or if you want to learn how to make a very advanced recipe. This has got literally everything.
Now, this one does have a cost attached to it. You were saying the book is actually quite expensive.
The book itself, I think you're talking about a $50, $60 cookbook, but this app's about $10. It is very good for anyone developing any kind of cooking skills at home.
I know you got a ton of lists, but unfortunately we can't get to all of them. However, we set up a situation where people can go to your blog and you can get more information. You can visit healthstandnutrition.com for a full list, correct?
The full list of, I think I've got another 4 or 5 there outside of the ones we just went through. You can download the list there.
Great. Really educational stuff for sure. Thank you so much for your time and your research.
Thank you.
Much more is still ahead as we sit here at 7:51. When we come back, we'll be talking to Jordan Leslie about weather and traffic. Much more still ahead.